Get $50 instantly when you play $5. When you use the promo code LightYears, presented by Prize Picks. Welcome to LightYears. Andy Lou, is this the best Warriors team of all time?
Hey, man, they're averaging like 140 points a game. The 2017 Warriors didn't average 140 points a game. I tell you that. You know, those KD teams, the KD goes 6 for 7. And, you know, is he as good of a shooter as Buddy Hield? Is Klay Thompson? I'm not sure. I am not sure. Do they go 12 deep? I don't know. This Warriors team is fun. They are so fun.
Dude, it's like I have a lot of thoughts. I can, calm everyone down. I can hedge. I can do everything. But you know what? My number one take on this is the most fun I've had watching Warriors basketball in a minute. Like it doesn't feel like a decade ago when we're like, what is this? Ooh, but it kind of does. It kind of does a little bit. And you know what? I need those vibes right now. 127-86, 41-point win after a 35-point win. I know we're playing terrible teams here, but a win is a win. And these are like, look, man, it's not like they're winning on a Damian League game winner against a garbage team. These are blowout wins.
Yep. I think that's the point right there. Is last year's Warriors team would have also won these two games. I'm quite certain of it. Most teams could beat these two teams, but the way that they're going about it, Sam, one play signified this entire, I think maybe this entire season, but definitely this entire 2 games. I watched Buddy Hield tonight drive and kick back out for a 3-pointer, and I don't think I've ever seen that. Anybody who has watched basketball the last 8 years that has seen Buddy Hield's career knows that's not what Buddy Hield does. But apparently, now, it might not be sustainable, but it's like, wow, this dude is, what I'm trying to say is he's buying in, right? The whole team is buying in. It's Steve Kerr style basketball. The ball hops. You make the right passes. Everybody gets a great look. We haven't seen this since 2022, obviously. This looks like Warriors type of basketball. There's not many teams that play this style in the NBA. I'm watching Lakers Suns. Like, they don't play this type of ball. You know what I mean? No way. Definitely not.
I mean, I have 2 thoughts. One is you're 100% correct. My second thought is, did I leave money on the table betting the under on Buddy Hield during the? I didn't even bet the under, just not betting the over on Buddy. Jesus, man! Like
everything over. Everything over.
I thought Buddy was gonna be the best version of Buddy in this offense. Like, this offense is geared towards shooters. Steve Kerr can absolutely get guys who move off ball, good looks, and just basically the best version. If you're a shooter who moves off ball and constantly moves, you're going to find the best version of yourself in this offense. That said, he's like currently playing. He's the best player in the league. So it's wild, man. I mean, I'm expecting regression in some capacity, but the other part of me is like,
sure,
why can't he be an all-star? Like, I'm sitting here and I'm going, well, why is this not sustainable? Why is this not sustainable? Like, well, you know that feeling in your head where you're like, logically, I know I shouldn't buy in at this level, but what I'm seeing makes me feel like we are back.
We are back. We are so back. I don't know how many texts I got that tonight. We are so back. If we just want to take Buddy Hield, for example, how many times in his career has he actually played in an offense that doesn't require him to do more than what he needs to do? Because if you watch what he's been doing the last 2 nights, he's not shooting dribble, step back threes. The most that he's doing shooting off the dribble is shooting off a pick and roll. And that's like 2 dribbles tops. All the other stuff is him literally in the clay roll, coming off a screen, shooting a 3 off movement. But isn't that perfect for Buddy Hield? Like, in that role, he's not a guy that needs to dribble to shoot 3. So, I mean, if we're just talking Buddy Hield, which feels like he's kind of the guy, the star of the first 2 games, and kind of like exemplifies everything that's going right. It does feel like, throughout Buddy's career, he's not been at the right places. Maybe this is the perfect one for him. I mean, it for sure is.
6 assists, man. I mean, it's like
And what is 6 assists? What is 6 assists? That makes no sense. It's insane.
He had a fast break one to, I want to say Kuminga, just throwing up a lob to him. And I'm just saying, like, who's this guy? Where the fuck did this come from? This is not the Buddy Hield I've been watching over the years, but it kind of, you know what? Shout out Steve Kerr. Maybe he's gonna get another Coach of the Year this year. That's my take, because Buddy can shoot the ball. He's gonna end the year shooting 40% from three. I mean, currently he's shooting like 80% from three, right? But he's gonna end up shooting a high percentage from three. It's all the other stuff he's doing where, to your point, he's bought in, and you're getting him just to play the best version of himself. He said it after the last game. He's like, this is the freest I've felt since Oklahoma. It just feels like it's carrying forward. And to me, that's coaching, that's buy-in. That's, we talked about last time. That's everyone being on the same page. That's good vibes across the board. That's all of those things. And you know what? It's 2 games versus 2 subpar teams, but I'll take it because it doesn't feel fake to me. It doesn't feel, I don't expect them to go 82-0. I expect there to be some bumps, but they look like a team who's bought in. And you know what? That's all I want right now.
I mean, look, they're not a team that's coming up. They're not a team that's, oh, are they good or are they not good? Like I don't know, throw a team out there. Maybe the Bulls have a good start. They had a big win tonight. You're like, oh, are they going to be good or are they not going to be good? It's the Warriors. We know if they look this good, they are good. The infrastructure is Steph, is Steve Kerr, is Draymond Green. If they look this good, like how much of it is a fluke, right? The question really just becomes, are they really now a top 3 seed or are they just a 6 seed, which is better than the projections, which they were a play-in team. Certainly feels like they are better than a play-in team because of the way that they're playing now is at least more sustainable than if it's a younger team, is what I'm trying to say. Now the question becomes, they're going to play the Clippers on Sunday. The Clippers are a good team. They're not a great team. That's also a team that the Warriors should beat, right? So if the Warriors look this good against the Clippers, then Sam, I think we're talking. Like now we're really, really onto something. But they do something that, regardless of whatever shitty team you're playing, you're winning by 40 points. That's not normal. If they had won this last season, how much did they win this game by? Like maybe 10, 8? Do they didn't they play the Jazz in overtime a few times last season?
It was so I mean? Like it's surgical. It's like even with the slow start, even with some of the lineups not working, it was just kind of like, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Okay, we found what's working. Hit it, keep going. And to your point, that's kind of the thing. It's like they're completely bought in. It does not matter that the starting lineup makes no sense. It does not matter that one of the shifts they went through didn't work. They just keep moving. Like what has every coach ever told you on every team? It's like, don't dwell on the last play, just keep going, right? And that's kind of how they feel on a macro level, which is like, yeah, some of the lineup combinations they threw out there tonight, I'm like, this isn't going to work. I don't even think Steve thinks it's going to work. I think he's just trying shit because he has to. But like it didn't snowball into this isn't working. Everyone throw their hands in the air, a quarter and a half of bad vibes. And next thing you know, like everyone's mad at each other. It's just kind of, I don't know if I'm expressing it the right way. It's just kind of like the idea of like, okay, it didn't work. Let's go to the next thing. No reason to be upset about it.
There's we saw a lot of like head down, shoulder down. I like being a body language guy. I that's the stuff that I think doesn't show up in analytics. It stuff matters. And last season that perpetuated, what's the word? A perpetrator? I don't know. But it was like all through the team, all season long. Anytime they turned the ball over 2 times, like what you just said, right? Like it's just that stuff. They kind of fall apart, which is rare for a team like the Warriors who don't really fall apart. Now this looks like you know what I mean? They're down 8. The game starts, they're down 8, and it doesn't matter.
No,
look at
no.
I like this comment.
He's right. The vibes are immaculate. Like when we say the vibes are immaculate, this is what we're talking about. It's a basketball game. It's a long game. Even if you are dominant, you're going to have a stretch where no one hits a shot. People make bad rotations. Just little things happen and you play poorly. And for the Warriors, it's been 2 games in a row for the start. Do you let that dwell on you and wear on you, or do you keep pushing through? The last 2 years, if they started the way they started the last 2 games, it's over. It's over. They might win the game, but it's a grind. It's a miserable game. We're both hopping on here being like, yeah, I'm gonna win. You know, that's like the vibe. Instead, these guys are like, okay, that lineup doesn't work. And I got news for you guys. It's not gonna work. That lineup's not gonna work for this team. But you know what? Buddy comes in, GP2 comes in, Melton comes in, Pod. It doesn't matter who comes in. They're just on to the next one. And that's like all you can really hope for.
GP2 changed the game tonight. I know we'll get to some of the other minute stuff of the game, but he changed the game tonight. He looks like 2022 GP2. This is a team that's attacking in waves. It really feels like if they just take out the handicap, they are great. If they take that starting lineup handicap off, say I'm like, this is a team that is functioning on all cylinders. I mean, this is it's just fun basketball. I don't think there's a team that has more chemistry around the league right now, other than probably Boston and OKC. I'm not saying they're as good, but from a chemistry perspective, I don't think there's a team that's having as much fun as the Warriors, which is pretty cool.
So let's do a couple minutes on the starters, and then we'll get to more fun stuff. So second game they started this lineup. I don't think it was any better in the first game. Did you?
Oh no, you don't. No,
I mean they hit a shot, which is better than the first game.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Yeah, it's like it's not going to work. I think Steve's going to keep starting it until they lose games, and then he's forced to get away from it. And I think they're starting it for political reasons. I don't think he wants to have the tough conversation with whoever in the lineup has to go to the bench. But it's not going to work.
We know who has to go to the bench. We know who has to go to the bench. I was hoping this lineup would work. I was hoping, but no, it has.
Who has to go to the bench?
I mean, he went 1 for 5 tonight at 18 minutes.
I mean, he was the worst, but yeah. So Kuminga was the obvious one, but I honestly could send any of the guys to the bench. Should be fine.
No,
I just don't. No. I just don't think you can start them together. Is my thing. Is my thing.
You're saying like if let's say for example if they send TJD to the bench for Pods, like it just Kuminga's just going to be way better. I agree. I mean, Kuminga's going to be a lot better if you just play him at the 4 next to Draymond. You're right. But then I'm like looking at Wiggins today, and it's like, dude, he had 13 rebounds. Like some of this stuff is like, okay,
I haven't done that in 2 fucking years. Yeah,
I haven't done that since the NBA Finals, baby. And it's like that type of stuff is where look, you can control what you can control, right? The lineup itself, the starting lineup doesn't fit, so you can't control that if you're Andrew Wiggins, TJG, Kuminga. But you can control what you can do, and Wiggins is playing super aggressive. He's still not shooting great. But to me, he's aggressive. He shot 10 times in 23 minutes. TJD, I think you and I are pretty in alignment with TJD. Just rim running, solid defense.
He knows who he is.
Yeah. Kuminga's the one where it's like, hey, man, like it's not a good fit, but you're not. Did you hear Fitz? Did you hear Fitz call out Kuminga for not boxing out? It kind of blows my mind. It's like Fitz of all people, right? That's this type of stuff where it's like you're not boxing out. You already don't really play defense. I mean, you're shooting threes. I don't want to
have a soft. I have a soft spot for him, and I'll make my case. I don't disagree with the word. I don't disagree with anything you're saying, but I feel like he's being set up to fail. They constantly talk about how they want him to be the future, but they don't actually sign players that fit the way he plays. So, like, if I thought Kuminga was going to be part of my future, I would have signed a stretch big. Because his best skill is owning the paint. Instead, they signed a bunch of bigs who fit Steph Curry, which I don't have a problem with. Like, they got bigs who can make extra passes and who own the paint to find Steph on relocations. Smart. But just don't tell me you care about Kuminga when you do that. Because his entire skill set is kind of taking advantage of one-on-ones with athleticism. And to do that, you want to put spacing around him. You want to do what the Boston Celtics did with Jaylen Brown, where, not the best shooter on earth, but no one could guard him one-on-one if you put space around him, right? So he is the odd man out here. And, I'm not saying he's totally a blameless victim in this whole situation, but I'm just watching this whole thing and I'm going like, man, if you're going to go this direction and build a team that's truly based around Steph Curry and Steve Kerr's system, why are you holding on to him?
You're right.
And if you want him to be a valuable contributor and you buy into his high level upside and you want him to be your Jaylen Brown, why are you not getting players who make that happen? Because I can tell you right now, Jaylen Brown, year 3, year 4, would look disgusting with Draymond and Trace in the paint. I mean, he still looks kind of like suspect when you play too big. They just never play two bigs next to him.
Yeah,
so I don't want to, I'm not doing a Kuminga apology tour because he is kind of the odd man out here. But I did want to call that out because I think more than anything, it's front office malfeasance. Like they're going to end up either holding on to him and not knowing what to do with him or getting rid of him for like 2 cents on the dollar, neither of which are advantageous to the Warriors.
It's a great fucking point. I know I can't argue against it. You got me feeling bad. I mean for him, I don't really feel that bad, but it's they are not doing right by him. Now, they haven't done that for a couple years, right? The worst part of this is they should have just let him play 30 minutes in hindsight. But again, we already said this in real time. It's like, should have just let him play 35 minutes so that he can develop whatever he needs to develop the last 2 years while you're not actually winning. Right. But now they're at a point where it's, to what you're saying, they actually look like they could win a few games, man. And Kuminga does not look like he's a part of that. And he kind of needs to be, kind of does, because they might need him against the Clippers on Sunday. They might need him against the Suns. They probably do. You can't really, keep this up forever. So yeah, I know you're right. I think Kuminga, there's some blame there, but the front office, there's certainly some blame there. All right. Lightyears Podcast, we are brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. Get $50 when you play. $5. Use the promo code Lightyears. All you got to do is play $5. Don't even have to win. And you get $50 instantly. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks, the best way to get action in over 30 states, including California, Florida, Georgia, and Texas. Sign up today. Prize Picks puts its member first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. If you think Justin Jefferson will get over 83.5 yards next week or this week, Thursday Night Football, he did. Christian McCaffrey back in a couple weeks. You can bet on him. Cook up hot takes with your friends. Win real money this football season when you and your crew run your game on Prize Picks. Download the app today. Use code Lightyears to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the app today. Use code Lightyears to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. Lightyears Podcast brought to you by Game Time. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer you get to first pitch. Create an account, redeem the code Lightyears for $20 off on your first purchase. That's it. As easy as it gets. So download the app, create an account, use code Lightyears, $20 off your first purchase. You got priority last minute deals, save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, etc. Flash deals. Oh, what do we got?
By the way, under $100 to get into the Warriors home opener Sunday against the Clippers. If you're listening to this, I would recommend getting on Game Time and using the promo code Lightyears because you could get in quite inexpensive, and I think it's going to get cheaper going into Sunday. Just calling it out, my friend.
And they got new food stations out there. I gotta go back to Chase, honestly. Like literally, you go in section. What is that? What are you on? 209, 206 right there. If you use Lightyear's promo code, $20 off, $90, dude. You get the seat views, get a panoramic view. You got it up right there. You go into the row. It literally shows you where you're going to sit and what you're going to be looking at. That's a good view. So you got all in. You got the all in pricing. You just click the thing. Look, it says $88. You don't got to worry about fees, right? No surprise fees at checkout. Also, you get the lowest price guaranteed, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. So listen, download the Game Time app, create an account, use code LightYears, $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code LIGHTYEARS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
You know, been thinking about it. We spent the whole offseason talking about how we need to trade for Lauri Markkanen, of all people. Got Lauri at home, my man.
We got him at home. Hey,
What's
boys,
up, brother?
we're back. I'm happy to be back. I took a season off for my mental health, so I'm back. And today it made me realize, thank you, Mike Dunleavy, for not trading Chase Center for Lauri Markkanen, because we didn't need that. We didn't need that.
Keep him. Didn't want him.
We didn't need that, man.
Honestly,
How you boys doing?
Fuck Danny Ainge for wasting everyone's time this summer. He deserved that 40-point loss. Everyone's time.
Are you team fuck Danny Ainge, or are you team fuck Kirk and Joe?
I've actually redirected all my hate, and now it's all love towards Mike Dunleavy, because I feel like he knows something we don't know. He knows, it's that meme with Woody, like, let him cook. Yeah, dude, he's cooking right now, and we got 71 point differential between two games. I've never seen this before. Steph's playing like the 2018 KD years. He's sitting out the fourth quarter. I love it. This time last year, do you remember when Steph was just playing 47 minutes against the Washington Wizards, game 4? It's crazy.
Yeah, bro, that's I'm fucking miserable, man. I saw Pod's tip slam today, and I was hey, what was Dunleavy cooking, bro? He's cooking something crazy. He knows.
I think Sam called Pods. Sam called Pods. Like every time Pods does something, I just think of Sam. He called it, and then whoever that guy that called in that literally called TJD is like, oh my god, like whoever that guy was on the show that predicted that we would get him.
Yeah. Oh, it's my guy. I love
That's
it.
That's iconic.
Yeah, what's his name? I forget his name.
Ant, right? Yes, my guy.
Yeah. Dude, he was cooking. What is going on? And then you called Melton? Oh my god, you know something.
We're on a hot streak. We're on a hot streak right now. You're picking our 3 winners, ignoring the 27-45 losers. This is why everyone promo code LightYears, Prize Picks.
Come on,
it's all it takes. Hit one winner, win 10x over. Does not matter if you lose 9 times in a row. You're coming out ahead.
Might fuck around and call Giannis next. You know what I'm saying? Hey, keep the vibes going. Keep the vibes going.
Bring on the Celtics.
Should Lindy Waters be in the rotation more? Is that what we need to discuss now?
Hey, he hit a game winner, bro. I've never seen anybody on the Celtics hit something like that in preseason, you know? One dribble pull-up fadeaway?
He might be their best shooter. Like he's kind of an absurd. I want to see him in a real game. I mean, he's not going to play a real game unless they've got 3 guys hurt, but
that was a real game we just saw.
Don't think he's ever. No, I mean in real time, not in garbage time. But
it'll happen. It'll happen.
Yeah. No, ALau, I want to ask you this: Are you actually buying this team? Like, be honest with yourself. The first 2 games, kind of impressive.
It's impressive. I was splitting my attention between that and World Series Game 1, and the vibes were up until I seen that Freddie Freeman slam.
No, we're not talking about baseball.
I love Freddie.
We're not talking about baseball.
And then the way I felt, I was like, you know what? There's going to be some time during the season when they're not going to be hitting shots. Buddy Hield's going to take those chucks, and we're going to be like, what is Buddy doing? So I'm just going to cherish these days where he's hitting 6-7. And, he's going to have to guard Ja Morant one of these games to get cooked. And then we're going to be like, oh, man, we're back.
But that will not be Sunday because there will be no Kawhi Leonard. And I don't fucking know how they're going to score the ball in any capacity, Clippers. So,
Kevin Porter.
Yeah. Yeah, feeling good about that. Feeling good about that one.
Come on.
Our guy Jacob threw up this tweet. I want to ask you guys this real quick here. All right. I think this is actually kind of an interesting point. All right. The trade-off for not making a big splashy trade is being legitimately too deep at every goddamn position. Warriors system better equipped to maximize this roster construction if everyone keeps liking each other and watch the fuck out.
I'm telling you, this.
Are we back? Are we back?
I got 2 words for you guys. Light years. They're back. They're back. We have too many players.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Aaron.
When the injuries hit, you know what? We still got 11 deep. We're still 11 deep.
We just gotta call up Anthony Lamb, see what he's doing.
Hey, yo, relax. Hey, relax. I think there's something to be said about the joy. Like, there is no pressure on this team right now. I think number one, that's like the first thing is nobody cares about them. Dude, they just played 2 away games, not on national television. Steph not playing on national television the first week is unbelievable. I think this is actually good for them. They're going out, they're having fun. There's no expectations. Their over-under is 43 games. Everybody expects them to be an 8 seed. I think that works for them. Now, I'm not saying that the pressure is bad for them. Like, if they can make a trade for Lowry right now, fucking do it. But
I would.
Lowry at home.
I'm good.
Hey, be good, Lowry. Enjoy, by the way. Enjoy your 4 years in Utah. Enjoy. You guys are going to
take
be
it,
awful
man.
every year. Have it. But I just you know what? You think he's got
50 mil a year? 50 mil a year in Salt Lake. The dude's living like a king. He'll be okay.
Yeah. No, he'll be good. And he's like 27. What a waste of a prime. Not that it's my prime.
Oh my god.
What a waste of a prime. Jeez, man. You could be next to Steph. But not about him. I'm just saying I think I get what Jacob is saying. It's like people are happy, you know. Don't you know, maybe they lose 10 in a row and we can talk, but right now it's you think Jimmy Butler smiles as much as, you know, this team would, you know, with these guys, you know, Jimmy not a
yeah. I mean, you do bring up a good point. All you can do is control what you can control, which is currently they have good vibes and they're just beating the shit out of teams. just have a positive attitude, keep playing. You know what's going to actually put you in position to make that quote unquote trade to put you in position? Having a good record, you know, being 25-12, being 30-15, like being one of those teams where it's like, oh man, they're good and they don't even have anyone. Like, imagine if they traded for someone. So I'm kind of in with this team right now. I like this. They're playing good basketball. Obviously, there's limitations because there's limitations at the high end of this roster talent-wise. But all you can do is control what you control. Keep playing. Trade will force its way out. And you know what? If it doesn't, I'll have some words. So
yeah.
I'm gonna, you know, there's this vision I have in my mind. We're gonna be at the All-Star break. It's gonna be at Chase Center. Jimmy Butler's gonna be in the Eastern Conference All-Stars. And then by the end of the weekend, he's going to just walk over to the home locker room, drop his stuff off, and we're going to start like that. You know, Uncle Joe wants that. Somebody from the All-Star game is going to stay here. So he's a smart guy. He's like, look at all these guys.
Is that how it's going down at All-Star at Chase right around the trade deadline? Joe's going to get his photo op? Is that the plan? Wow. I didn't even think about that. But Joe's sitting here going, we're not doing this trade now. I need maximum press. We are doing it in February when everyone is here. I like
that. Fire it up.
Gotta go big. Peak, you know, it's what is it? It's startup culture here. It's not enough to win. We need to go bigger. We need to go bolder. We need to change the game.
I forgot that the All-Star game was actually at Chase Center this year. God, Joe, how does
not gonna lie? Aaron reminded me too. So
like, wow, what's that shit? Good for Joe.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be magical. We're gonna either pull off a Jimmy Butler, or I think what if Philly goes like, we'll go Embiid for Kuminga?
Are you saying Joe's gonna take the mic at the dunk contest and be like, I just want to, congratulations, Mac McClung, on your 3rd straight championship. And I just want to announce we have traded for Joel Embiid. Is that what's happening? Is that how it's going down?
That's the mic drop right there.
And he's playing back-to-backs.
Yep.
No, the trade is less surprising than Embiid playing back-to-backs, by the way. Under investigation. Craziest shit I've ever heard.
Ooh, this is where we're landing here. All right, before we get out of here, any other thoughts on tonight's game? Like, we didn't even talk about the defense. They played defense again. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since they played defense. Isn't that interesting?
I don't know who's running it up, man. Like, we got Steph playing full court defense up 20. Like, that's amazing. That's the stuff that I try to do in my rec league game, but like, I'm not that, I just, man, can somebody come save us and play with Steph, man, please.
So defensively, I think so back to the game, I guess into the game a little bit. GP2 I thought saved the stretch in the first quarter. I thought he came in, was unbelievable as the guy that's rolling, cutting, and then stealing the ball. You put him and DeAnthony Melton together, that might be the best defensive backcourt in the entire NBA. Just throwing it out there. I don't think it's close. I really don't. Drew and Derek White, fine, maybe, whatever. But give me Melton
ruining the league
and GP2. Yeah. And then I truly the way that they're switching, the way that they're moving, I think it just reminds you in 2022 the only thing right now is they have a couple weak spots on defense, which is like people aren't focusing too much on Buddy Hield right now. And then off ball, we'll see with what it looks like in the starting unit with Kuminga and stuff. But I think defensively, they've got a shot. They've got a shot to be a top 10 defense for sure with all these guys. Because the last thing here is they play 12 guys. Fitz keeps saying it. It is true. These guys are actually playing with maximum effort. It is actually kind of ridiculous that they can have these guys playing maximum effort. GP2 played 13 minutes, bro. 13. You know what I'm saying? Like
they were good. They were good 13. It was a good 13.
Great. Because he's playing 13 minutes like he's only got 13. Versus when you play other teams, like, for example, like Colin Sexton knows if there's a close game, he's playing 35 minutes, right? Same with Jordan Clarkson. Guys aren't trying half the time. But with the Warriors, it's like, dude, I'll tell you what, pods,
honestly, I'm excited to see them play against some better teams just to see what shakes out here because, look, man, Blazers are in the Cooper Flag sweepstakes. Probably so are the Utah Jazz. I'm ready to see them play against some teams with some aspirations because you're right. They're defending well. They're rotating well. They're also playing everyone. And I'm just excited to see where this goes. Optimism.
I love it.
Is this a good team? Is this a good team?
54 wins.
54 wins?
54 wins. Talk soon. We'll see. I know I said 47. Now I've upped it.
Talk soon.
Talk soon. 54.
54
I appreciate it, Ron. We'll take it easy on a Friday night, but we'll be back here Sunday night. Everyone.
Yes, sir.
Later.